Good look at the fountain at Sculpture Park here in Seattle. Beautiful sight. Myrtle Edwards Park just beyond. Puget Sound out there. It's all gorgeous, as it is down here at Safeco Field, as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball. Tonight, game 2 of a 3-game set with the Oakland Athletics. Steve Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand. Let's take a look at the Oakland lineup that will take on Mike Montgomery.
Floor manager Bob Melvin leading off the speedy Billy Burns, and it's Canna, Laurie, Valencia, Fegley, and Smolinski in the middle of the lineup. Billy Butler, the DH, batting 7th. Josh Reddick drops down. He will hit 8th tonight. Last night, 3 for 5 with a home run, his 15th home run on the year. He also had 3 RBIs, and Marcus Semien did not play last night in the lineup tonight at shortstop, batting 9th. For Montgomery, a 4-6 record, a 4.16 ERA, 64 strikeouts, 36 walks. You want to stay away from the walks against the A's. Opponents hitting just .249 against the left-hander. Our American Family Insurance defensive setup. Brett Miller getting the start in left field. Jackson in center. Seth Smith out and right. Kyle Seager at third base. Martin Cano playing up the middle. Logan Morrison getting the start at first. And Mike Zunino will do the catching. And for Mike Montgomery in his last outing against the Rangers, he ended up getting the loss in that one. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs. Again, 4 walks in that outing. He threw 96 pitches to get through the 6 innings.
All right, little shorty getting us underway here at the scream of play ball as Mike Montgomery looks for his first victory since July 5, and it was against these Athletics in Oakland. He went 5 2/3 innings, pick up the victory. Here we go, Billy Burns. High percentage of first pitch swinging, and he doesn't disappoint here for the Athletics. Base hit up the middle. And for our Twitter players, 93 miles an hour on the first pitch of the ball games. Billy gets some instruction from Ty Waller, their outstanding first base coach. Ron Washington over at third.
For Mike Montgomery, average fastball around 91 miles an hour. Also throw a slider and a changeup. Occasional curveball from him.
Burns amazing how he is so unbelievably consistent. First pitch hack.
Well, not just that, but his batting average. Yeah, right? He's hitting close to 500.
Man.
And just added to it with that base hit.
2 for 5 last night with 2 runs driven in. Tough loss for the Mariners last night. 5-0 after 4. Kuma breezing. Couple of defensive failures. Build a big inning. 11 men come to the plate for the Athletics in the 5th inning. Then the Mariners didn't get a hit after the 4th inning. Relief corps for the Athletics, and to be kind, calling them shaky, retired the last 16 men they faced. Here's Mark Canna. Burns will run. He's 24 out of 29. And he's second to Jose Altuve in the American League. Altuve started the day with 32.
And you can see Mark Canna having a good night last night. 2 for 5, a couple of RBIs for him.
Bob Melvin, manager since 2011, took over midway. He was the AL Manager of the Year in 2012. He was the National League Manager of the Year in 07 with Arizona, winning 90 games that year.
Tough year for him this year. The A's 16 games under 500. I think it's really, you look at the way they've lost a lot of ball games this year. The last in defense, as Dave mentioned, the bullpen has really struggled. 20 blown saves out of the bullpen this year.
Popped up out of play. Look at the Athletics offensive profile. 9th in batting, 10th in runs per game at 4.10. Next to last in homers, 6th in stolen bases. ERA, that's where they get it done, largely through their starters. 3rd in the league. 1-2 pitch and a throw over. Athletics third in the league in ERA behind Houston and Kansas City. One two to Canna. Runner goes. Swung on and hit down to Seager. He's got the one play. Bobble throw and still gets Canna. Take a look at our Arco top performer. First 7 starts for Mr. Montgomery. Not bad at all. Very impressive with that 1.62 ERA.
And the opponent's batting average is 191. So he had a couple of shutouts in there. Really pitching well in his first 7 starts.
What's gotten away from him since that last win on July 5?
Fastball command. I think it's pretty simple for him. He just hasn't been able to command the fastball like he did when he first came up here. He's had a good changeup all year. The league just hitting 164 off of his changeup. But it's tough to get to it when you're behind in the count, consistently behind, and that's been the problem with Mike.
Seager throws that Laurie 2 down. Laurie batting in the 6th hole last night, 2 for 4, 2 ribbies, and then here comes Danny Valencia, 2 for 5. Seemed like everybody was 2 for something last night with 2 runs batted in.
Well, that's for sure. I think the other part with Mike, though, is early on when he would get in trouble, we saw him get a lot of ground ball outs, double play balls, and if you look at what's happened to him lately, a lot of those ground balls starting to find holes on him.
Ball 1 to Valencia. First 6 men in the order for the Athletics last night all had 2 hits with the exception of Reddick. He had 3, and all of them with the exception of Vogt drove in at least 2 runs. That kind of night. 2-0. Yankees finally got on the board, and it's over New York. Houston 16. The Yankees 1. Brendan Ryan finished up the last couple of innings. The Houston Ball Club, that's win number 70. Three and 0 to Valencia. Oh, 15-1. 15-1's the final, not 16. So no runs given up by Brendan Ryan. Keuchel 7 shutout innings. Back with a strike. Inside, Valencia's aboard. First and second, 2 outs. Brings up Josh Phegley. Stephen Vogt out of Olympia getting the day off today. In the clinic can only shake his head after the developments that happened last night. Similar thing happened to Detroit. Tigers had a 5-0 lead through 6. Getting blown out of their game.
Cincinnati, I think, scored 10 runs in an inning.
Phegley, a 271 hitter. This is 60th game. Bonnie having some problems here. 2-0.
I was talking to Lloyd McClendon today, and as you take a look at Rick Waits, the pitching coach, and said basically with all the young pitchers that they have, including in the bullpen now, walks have been a problem. And so they're trying to address that.
Too many of those walks have come around and scored. 2-0. 3-0.
Well, the problem with it, Dave, is not just the walks and putting the men on, but then you fall behind hitters and get them into a fastball count. You feel that you have to get more of the plate, and that's typically when you get hurt.
Three-0 count to Phegley. 2 out, 2 on. Back to the strike. Home plate umpire tonight, Jim Reynolds. Paul Schreiber at first, Field and Culbreth at second, and Manny Gonzalez at third. 3-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Montgomery a strike away from getting out of it. Three-two pitch, runners go. Foul off. There's Sashi Wakuma. No decision. Took that he lost last night in a decision with 5-3 record now. There's a base hit left field. Burns, fast runner, scores standing up. 1-0. Oakland here in the first. RBI Figley is 29th.
And this is on the changeup. Off the plate, but elevated a little bit. Soft line drive into left field. Billy Burns running on the pitch, scores easily.
Bring the sixth man to the plate here in the first inning. Jake Smolinski playing in left field tonight.
And Rick Waite's out of the dugout, going to make a trip out to the mound. You can see the total: 19 pitches, 10 strikes.
'Burns open up with a single to center on the first pitch. Couple of ground outs to Seager. Valencia walked. RBI single for Figley.
Oakland A's coming into the game hitting .262 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 2 so far tonight. The hard part, you look at last night, they scored 10 of their runs with 2 outs, and now another 2-out run for them.
1-0. A's were 6 for 11 last night. Runners in scoring position. Ernst 2 for 5. One pitch. Right field sends Seth Smith back a few steps. Makes the catch. A run on 2 hits. No errors. And a couple of men left. 1-0 Athletics. Mariners coming to bat. Next up, Ketel Marte is going to be leading it off here against Jesse Chavez. Let's take a look at the rest of the Mariner batting order.
Tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Marte will lead things off and has done a fine job in the leadoff spot. Then it is Seager. Cruz with a lot of success against Chavez. 5 for 11 with a couple of home runs. Cano the cleanup hitter tonight. Then it's Smith, Jackson. Logan Morrison celebrating his 28th birthday this evening. He will bat 7th. Miller and Zunino round out the 9 for the Mariners. For Chavez on the year, 7-12 record, a 3.75 ERA, 119 strikeouts to 39 walks. Opponents hitting .256, giving up 14 home runs. And a look at the defense. Slominski is in left field, Burns in center, Reddick out in right. Valencia getting the start at third base. Simeon had last night off back at shortstop. Loria and Canna on the right side of the infield, and Josh Begley will do the catching.
He's going with the high pant look, Mr. Chavez, as Marte takes a strike. 4 for his last 8.
For Chavez, his average fastball 91 miles an hour. He'll also mix in a cutter and a changeup. Tries to keep the ball down in the zone. Pretty good sinker. Let's keep the ball on the ground.
4th game, 3rd start against the Mariners this year. Chavez with an 0-2 record of 5.27 ERA against Seattle. Hammered into the corner. Marte, aching motor. Reddick threw him out last night, won't get him here. Leadoff double for Ketel Marte. That's some great 2-strike hitting. His 7th double.
And he puts an impressive swing on this cut fastball. It's actually in off the plate, but you can see him pull his hands inside. Good looking swing, able to keep it fair. So many times you see the left-handed hitter pull this ball foul, but he keeps it fair and rifles it down into the corner.
Great start for the Mariners with Marte with plus speed. At second base, here's Kyle Seager. Seager trying to get his motor running again. Just 1 for 17 on the homestand. He's 3 for 14 against Chavez. It's had a tough road. Good shape here, 2-0. Two and 1 to Kyle.
Jim Reynolds, home plate umpire, helped Chavez out a little bit with that last fastball. It was off the plate.
Left fielder Smolinski gets under it. One out here in first. Beautiful night here. Safeco Field. Enjoy some great weather. 73 degrees, wind out of the west at 3, and most consecutive games reaching base. You get Matt Holliday, Tulo, Nelson Cruz active right now, 34. Joey Votto with 32 back in May and June. Cruz the number 3 hitter in the league at .318, leads the league in home runs with 37. Hit 40 last year with the Orioles. Long foul ball. Nelly 5 for 11 with 2 homers against Jesse Chavez. Chavez, born in Victorville, California, lives in Pomona, California these days. 6'2", 160. Turned 32 a few days ago on August 21st. 1-1. Like the capes. Felix capes. Good stuff. The #1 hander. Properly attired for a youngster at a ball game. Here's the 1-1. 2 to Cruz. One-two pitch, struck him out. Slow breaking ball. 2 outs.
And take a look at it. 76 miles an hour off the outside corner. And Nelson out in front of it. We have Cano, Robinson Cano, 7 for 16, 438 batting average off of Chavez. Has not hit a home run off of him.
Like his 5-game hitting streak. Consistently hitting it hard. That's a strike 1. A's lead on a Josh Phegley first inning single to left with 2 outs. Pulls a breaking ball right to the second baseman Brett Laurie, and that will do it for the Mariners. No runs ahead. No errors and a man left. To the second inning we go. Good night for Cotton Candy here at the ballpark. Inning, and it's now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag RTNWDataStrongFan. Just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Like here at Safeco Field, Mike Montgomery in the first inning. Faced 6 batters, gave up a run on 2 hits and stranded 2. Having a good time out at the pen. A lot of good grub out there. Monty will face the bottom third of the order. Billy Butler, Josh Reddick, and Marcus Semien.
And for Mike, getting through 21 pitches in the first inning, 12 strikes.
Montgomery ahead of the veteran Billy Butler. In his 0 for 4 night, Billy struck out twice. Flew out to center, popped to short. That one's tagged. Deep left center field. Miller can't get it. Off the fence. Jackson gets it back in. Billy Butler in an 0-2 count doubles to left center field. His 22nd double. Get the Athletics started here in the second inning.
And you can see the location of the fastball. 94 miles an hour in the middle of the plate. Brad not able to run it down. Good effort as he crashed into the wall.
Brad getting his 8th start in left field. There's Josh Reddick batting 8th tonight. He batted 3rd last evening, went 3 for 5, drove in 3, scored twice, hit a home run in the 9th inning. Two-0.
Against right-handers, Reddick hitting .299. Lefties is where he struggled. The reason why he dropped in the lineup. Hitting just .227 against lefties.
Fair ball down the line. Butler will score. So Reddick was ahead in the count. 2-0. Dives in safely with the double. He'll hold there. It's his 22nd double, and Oakland has a 2-0 lead.
As Dave mentioned, 2-0. Gets a fastball right in the middle of the plate and hits it hard down the right field line. A lot of extra base hits for the Athletics in last night's game.
Parade last night in that 5th inning. 4 doubles in that inning. 11 men came to the plate.
With a home run.
You had to add that?
Didn't want to.
Marcus Semien talking to the Oakland people. I said, with Ron Washington in the fold now as infield coach, third base coach and infield coach, starting to see some more positive effects. Semien playing at shortstop. Kid can hit, but defensively, we saw earlier in the year, all kinds of trouble. Got 31 errors. Texas leads Toronto 5-4 down in Texas. That's in the top of the 9th. Kansas City on top of Baltimore 3-2 in the 7th. That's in KC. Gets away. Reddick to 3rd with a slide.
Be a wild pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Like it went off the heel of the glove. Mike trying to block it, keep it in front of him.
10th wild pitch for Montgomery, most of the ball club. 1-2 pitch. Drawn in infield. That ball's crushed. Into the pen. Marcus Semien, his 11th home run. RBIs 31 and 32. Got it on a 1-2 pitch. What an ace. And last night's game and 2 innings tonight, they're just unleashing.
And we talked about it, a lot of the young pitchers, Mike included. It's the quality of the strikes you're throwing. So he had an 0-2 count on Butler, throws him a fastball in the middle of the plate. He doubles with that. Falls behind Reddick 2-0, has to throw a fastball in the middle of the plate. He doubles. And then on a 1-2 pitch, he throws him a fastball in the middle of the plate. That you're almost going to get loose.
Against the bottom 3rd of the order. That is a base hit to right field. 4 consecutive hits. Billy Burns is aboard again. Billy didn't swing at the first pitch this time. That was a 1-0 offering.
And Rick Wade's making another trip out to the mound. He was out there in the 1st inning and back out right now, giving almost some time to get loose. And Really similar to the 5th inning we saw last night when Iwakuma was cruising along, and the A's ended up getting hot, scoring 7 runs in the inning.
Mariners' next opponent, the White Sox. They lead Boston 5-4, top of the 8th. Good matchup in the National League. Pittsburgh and Chicago currently holding the wild card spots. The Giants are 6.5 behind Chicago. And the Cubs are at San Francisco. No score in the second. Mets beat Philly 6-5. Washington 8-3 over San Diego. Angels just closed out Detroit 8-7. 4 consecutive hits here in the second inning. Here's Mark Canha. Two-0. Bouncing ball goes foul. Congratulations to the Seattle Mist. Women's Football League.
Good looking trophy.
Yes, it is. Legends Cup 2015 champions. 2-1 pitch here to Canha. Right field for Seth Smith. And there's the first out in the second inning. Tomorrow afternoon, both the sun overhead and the King's Court going to be shining bright at Safeco Field. Enjoy Mariners matinee, special 12:40 start time. Felix takes the mound against the A's. Tickets to sit in the golden-clad King's Court, just $35. They're available right now. Mariners.com/Felix. Or bounced out to Seegers first time. It's strike one.
We were talking about it at the start of the game with Mike Montgomery and some of the issues he's had lately, and talking about his fastball command. He's had a tough time with his fastball command tonight.
Base hit Laurie. Burns can fly, gets the third easily. They're just having their way here in the second inning.
Inside out swing on a fastball. Fastball probably right on the inside corner.
Seventh man to the plate here in the second inning is Danny Valencia. Walked on a 3-1 pitch in the first as almost continues.
Well,
you get ready?
He's in the game.
And here he comes.
Yep. Boyd on his way out.
Mike Rojas giving the sign. So Mike Montgomery, battered and bruised, doesn't get out of the second inning. Big hole for the Mariners early on in this contest. Couple of men aboard here in the second. It's 4-0 Oakland. Get a dream deal on your favorite Honda now at your Honda dealer. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor the BNSF Blast. Comfortable night. Pretty sky above here at Safeco Field. And you gotta love the great shots we get with the sun setting here in Seattle off the various buildings around here. The Mariners are going to have to pride themselves on making a comeback victory tonight, because here in the second they trail 4-0, 2 on, 1 out, as Edgar almost takes over for Mike Montgomery.
Danny Valencia due up the cleanup hitter. As you take a look at the numbers for Edgar, 3 appearances, not giving up an earned run, 1 strikeout in 4 innings.
Pitched an inning and a third, giving up 1 hit last night. Here's Valencia. Valencia walked in a 3-1 pitch first inning. Two and 0. Inning started with Billy Butler doubling deep to left center field. 2-0 pitch, double to right by Reddick. 1-2 pitch, Simeon. The 2-run homer into the pen. Burns on a 1-0 pitch, singles to right. Canna fly to right, and then Laurie single to right. Runners at the corners. Good speed out there. Burns at third and Laurie at first. Fly ball deep left field. Miller gets under it. Burns. He'll score easily. They hold Laurie at first. A 5-0 lead for Oakland. RBI for Danny Valencia, his 43rd.
Billy Burns has already scored twice in this one, the leadoff hitter for the A's.
Here's the 8th man to the plate, Josh Phegley.
He had a base hit and an RBI in the first inning.
Romo taking a look. He's got room, stays with it, makes the play. So 8 men come to the plate. 4 runs scored in that inning. It's 5-0 Athletics.
Angie Menton care. The Mariners have some work to do. Meantime, it was a scary scene down on field level for a second baseman, Brett Lawrie, before this game ever started. Now, I have to tell you, the Lawrie family is very tight. They travel all over for both of their kids. Right there you see Brett being consoled by his sister, Danielle Lawrie, who once played softball for the Huskies. And what happened was Grandma had some sort of medical episode and needed to be carted off the field and taken to the hospital nearby. And they believe it's just as a precaution. They weren't sure. Maybe she had a mild seizure. Guys, it was very hot. And at 85 years old, it's always an adventure when you're traveling. Maybe she got it to a little bit too much sun today, but the good news is she was rallying before they took her to the hospital, and they hope that it is not too serious, but certainly a huge distraction for Brett Lawrie before this one even starts.
Boy, I'll say thank you, Angie. I talked to Brett yesterday, nice fellow from Langley, BC, and always excited to come here to Seattle. And it was scary looking down. All of a sudden I see these guys in red jackets. I said, wait a minute, those guys, they're on bikes. Wait, that's the medical team. And that's,
yeah, she was on the warning track right in front of the A's dugout. Scary situation.
2-1 here to Seth Smith. Seth, Austin Jackson, Logan Morrison, 5, 6, and 7. Against Jesse Chavez, who's got a 5-0 lead. Toronto tied it in the ninth at Texas. It's a 5-5 ball game in the ninth. Tulowitzki tied it up with a single.
I'll see if the Mariners can return the favor. The Mariners were up 5-0 in last night's ball game and ended up losing. Maybe they can come back in this one. We talked about it with the A's. If they can get into the bullpen, that bullpen has really struggled this year.
Austin Jackson been a hot hitter lately. 2 to Seth. Line drive right field. No, can't get it. Reddick. And Seth Smith will cruise into second with a double. Boy, tuned that up pretty well. That's his 24th double. Good start here in the second.
2 innings in a row for the Mariners with the leadoff double. It was Marte leading off with a double in the first. He was stranded at second base. And then Seth drives his ball out into the gap. Good effort by Reddick out in right field as he tried to run it down. Looked as if it went right off the end of his glove as you take a look at the swing by Seth.
See if Austin Jackson can get him in. Austin on a 3-game hitting streak. Good effort. A 1 pitch to Jackson. No balls, 2 strikes. Hit by Seth. Mariners' second hit. Here's the 0-2. Fought it off.
Right on the inside corner. Looks as if Chavez has a pretty good cut fastball tonight. His cut fastball will be about 89 miles an hour.
Strike him out. Second strikeout for Chavez. 1 away here in the second. Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in true HD on over 400 mobile and connected devices with MLB.TV Premium. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking widget, and more. Get it every night on every device. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Brings up Logan Morrison, 1 out, 1 on. Adrian Beltre just had a throwing error. It led to a Toronto run, and the Jays have a 6-5 lead. It's in the ninth. Romo trying to break an 0 for 6. Today is Logan's 28th birthday. Ground ball to Laurie. Throws him out, moving over to third, Seth Smith. There's 2 outs. So 2 out brings up Brad Miller, getting to start in left field here tonight. Athletics get a run on 2 hits in the first inning, 4 runs on 5 hits in the second inning, sending 8 men to the plate for this 5-0 lead. Simeon gets a nice hop, throws out Miller, that'll do it. Seth Smith stranded at third. When we come back, the Bone will join us in the booth. Mariners Hall of Famer Jay Buhner. To Airlines, Brad and Bill, and Jen Mueller along with Angie Mentic will have a lot of details for you as we welcome to the booth the Mariner Hall of Famer himself, number 19, Jay Buhner. What do you say, Bone? How are you?
How are you guys?
We're hanging.
Yeah, you are, definitely.
It has been a difficult run.
It's been quite interesting, hasn't it? It has been a rough couple of games. But this one isn't over.
Right.
But almost came in and put out the fire. So, but boy, it's not what if you're skipper you want to have happen.
No.
Bullpen's already beat up, as you guys know. I guess if there's light at the end of the tunnel, you got September call-ups about a week away, so you can maybe get a little help there. But man. But
the problem is, Jay, with that is most of them are already here. You look at the bullpen, a bunch of young kids out in the bullpen right now, including Almost, who's in the game already.
But if you are a September call-up and you do get called up, you got a chance to strike lightning in a bottle and make yourself seen and maybe get you a job going into spring training. So you got to look at it from that standpoint too. Now's the opportunity. If you're an arm and you're getting called up, and regardless if you're a starter or not, you might end up in the bullpen. Just when you get that opportunity, take advantage of it, and you never know what could happen.
And
I mean, that's how Carson Smith, look what he did last year when he came up in September. He was filthy.
Well, same with Brandon Maurer when they put him out in the pen.
Yeah.
Had a rough time starting and put him in the pen. And
comes in throwing 99. Everybody's like, where was that?
I think that the thing that has been fun to watch, is the
shortstop.
shortstop. Yeah, he did.
He can't help us.
No. Marte is out at short, though, and he's really played well.
I mean, I love to watch him. I love to watch him play. He's taken advantage of his opportunity. As you guys know, there have been 3 shortstops this year, and for him to get on that, and so how many leadoff guys have we had? So for him to get on and basically be the rabbit out there and steal some bags, and I love his aggression. I mean, he just makes things happen. Tried to beat out that ball the other night. I mean, I don't blame him. Let it come up. If he doesn't make a perfect bare hand right there and throw a perfect throw into second base, he's safe. So you got to love that. I mean, you can't just tell that kid, hey, just go make aggressive mistakes.
Well, we saw him in spring training, and he had a tough time early in camp. Settled down, was really playing well towards the end of spring training. I talked to Chris Woodward about him today, and mostly about his fielding. But Woody said something that I know that you will appreciate. He said, you know what I like about him? He came up here. He's played with confidence right from the start. He's decided this is something he wants to do, and he's going to go take it. And he's really played well. He says it's not arrogance or anything like that. He gets his work in, but you can tell that there's more confidence in what he's doing right now than when he was in spring.
Seager can't get him. Base hit for Smolinski.
And it certainly doesn't hurt to have Robbie Cano right next to you, to your left, in your ear, talking to you, helping you out, communicating to you. Mentoring him. So, but I like it. I mean, I like the fact too. Everyone's like, oh, he's 21. It doesn't. I mean, who cares? Look at Omar Vizquel. He came up. What was he? 19.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's get away from how old you are anymore. If you can play, you can play. But I agree. It doesn't look like he's intimidated by anything. He stepped right in and done a great job.
There's Billy Butler. They're almost on in relief of Mike Montgomery. The starter went an inning and a third.
Well, that'll get Elias in the starting rotation somehow, some way, won't it?
It'll be in at some point very soon.
So. That's the plan.
Soon.
Now let's hope he takes advantage of it and go get some, because I heard some, down in AAA, his numbers weren't great and all that stuff, and a little shaky. But you know what? Maybe he'll pitch with an attitude now. You never know. I like him. I think he can help this ball club. I was a little shocked that he was down as long as he was, quite frankly. Cuban kid that's not, those kids dealing with what they're dealing with day in and day out with their culture. I give him an opportunity.
Well, I think that too, when you look at this year, something we were talking about the other night, Jay, with him, is he really made a contribution to this club last year. Comes into spring training, and you can't help. He was really disappointed he didn't make the team. Taiwan had one of the best springs you're ever going to see, but he was disappointed by that,
and rightly so.
Yeah, and I agree, and it's tough, when you feel that this is where you should be, and you've had some success here. So he's been dealing with that all year. So hopefully, like you said, he's going to get an opportunity to get back in the rotation. Exactly. Now it's up to him to take advantage of that.
Yeah. You got to flush. You got to flush all the stuff, and the ego's got to get checked and all that stuff. You're exactly right. Now you pitch with the chip on your shoulder. Prove to them that they made a mistake. And hey, I should have been up a long time ago. I deserve to be here, and this is what I'm going to show you right here. Every time he goes out to the mound, he pitches with that chip on his shoulder.
There's Reddick, nobody out, 2 on. Reddick with an RBI double to right in the second inning.
I was just thinking, seeing the picture of him there. Pretty good guy for him to sit next to, and Franklin Gutierrez. So if he's upset or feeling sorry for himself, Franklin Gutierrez had a year and a half of baseball taken away from him because of an illness. And since he's been up here, he's been great. He's really done a nice job.
Felix bat in hand. He goes tomorrow afternoon.
He's been watching too much of Baumgartner, huh? He thinks Mac's going to give him a call.
High fly ball. He did. Seth on the track. Malinsky tags, gets the third.
Reddick is right on everything.
After all of his struggles last year,
he's
turned things around.
He is definitely locked in.
Healthy.
Well, that has a lot to do with it,
yes,
right?
Indeed.
When you're healthy, you got your lower half to work for you.
Well, here's a guy that has been a nightmare in the field, but when we saw him early, Mike, clearly he can swing the bat. Marcus Semien.
Homered in his first at bat.
Well, that's clear.
That's 11th home run.
I mean, he smoked that. It's confidence, no doubt about it. And it's hard. It's hard to get up here and, you know, you're getting a little bit of a rut, and you're out every day, and you're trying to flush it whenever the game starts, and walk between the lines and be able to put that behind you. But at the same time, too, it's a little guy on your shoulder can be a pain sometimes.
Well, we were talking about Marte earlier. The good news for him is he ended up getting off to a good start. We're talking about confidence, and with Semien, he made some errors early, and it just compounded itself. The good news, I'll give him credit, he has not let us sneak over on the offensive side, which it can do. He swung the bat well for him, so we don't swing it here. But I think that you start making those errors, it's tough.
Almost gets a strikeout, his first. There's 2 down.
Especially at this level, you start giving teams extra outs, it does not work to your favor.
Brings up Billy Burns. 2 pitches, 2 singles, 2 runs scored.
And he will be gashing if it's close.
He will.
Unless it hits him, he's swinging pretty much. Wow.
Took the second time.
Only a liar. It was a strike, too. What are you doing?
Wow.
The fastball. Come on.
There's breaking ball at the corner.
Be nice to see him get out of this, right?
Kansas City just beat the Orioles 3-2. Their bullpen saving another one. Here comes Jackson.
Come on, AJ.
And he's there.
Nice jump out there. Closes some ground, doesn't he?
Does a great job. Ace ran 2, lead 5-0. We take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. We're off to Chicago after tomorrow afternoon's game. 4 games there. Iffy weather, we're hearing. Houston, it's going to be hot. Day off in San Francisco. See the A's there for 3. Then we come home for a long homestand. It's the next to last homestand of the season.
That's some nice towns. You go to Chi-Town, which I love, and Houston, which is a great city. And you got a roof there, so you don't have to worry about the heat.
That's right. Laurie.
And it's a good place to hit. Oh, my goodness.
Makes the kids Nino one pitch. And there's one out here in the third. Time now for CenturyLink. What's next? And brings up Felix Hernandez against Chris Bassett. Jay Buhner, you were alluding to Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner's got, 5 home runs this year, 9 for his career.
And not cheap ones either. I mean, he is getting after it. You got some pitchers over there could hit a little bit. Grinky's like buggy with too. He's buggy whipping stuff too. It's like good grief.
About a month ago, he hit a home run and had one of the better bat flips too.
And then you got the kid for the Mets. His first big league start. His first AB goes yak. I mean,
oh yeah.
Was it the Mets or was it? No, it was a kid from I think Detroit. So I mean,
Daniel Norris of the Tigers.
Yeah. I mean, with these kids.
Well, Bumgarner, Bochy uses him as a pinch hitter.
Well, they used to do that with Rick Roden.
And he talked about using him as a DH when they were playing in American League ballpark. That's the way he's been swinging it.
He's looking to do damage. There's no doubt about it.
I remember coming up with the Yankees and Billy Martin was the manager. Rick Roden who's a great athlete. Plays on the, he's playing golf now competitively. But I tell you, he would, one game he DH'd him.
Wow, get a couple of knocks.
Yeah, he could swing it. But then you always, and I think now San Fran, I just heard that they told him to kind of back it down on running him up there because the last thing they want to do is get him hurt.
Right.
I mean, if you're an athlete, you can hit, you can help your ball club at the end of the day. You can get hurt getting out of the shower.
Well, when you're hitting him out where he's hitting him, he's just walking around the bases.
I think they're afraid he's probably going to get drilled or something stupid happen. He dives over back into first base, getting picked off.
Well, I can tell you this is the advantage.
Or the sniper getting him running.
Here's the advantage he has with that, though, Jay, is he's going to eventually be on the mound, too. So you throw one at him, watch out.
Hey, big old country boy, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he don't know. No doubt.
Mariners go quietly in the third. A's 5-0. For this 5-0 lead. Mariners and EQC give a salute to U.S. servicemen and women with a ticket discount offered at nearly every home game. Present your military ID at the Safeco Field box office and receive 10% off select main terrace or view level seats. To all who serve our country, a big thank you. So we join you from above the A at Safeco Field. Dave Sims with Mariners Hall of Famer Jay Buhner and Mike Blowers. And here in the fourth inning for the Athletics, they'll have 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Mark Canha, Brett Laurie, and Danny Valencia.
I like this kid. He swings the bat a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some big boys over there.
Yeah, he was impressive first time we were in Oakland. Canha tonight is grounded out to third and fly to right. Athletics had 5 runs on 8 hits. Chase starter Mike Montgomery. They threatened against almost in the 3rd inning with runners at the corners, but he was able to get a fly out, a strikeout, and another fly out.
I wonder if Montgomery is available in the bullpen here in the next few days because of that short stint. And if the bullpen's beat up,
it's an option
at some point.
Yep. Somewhere in the road trip recently, he was available after he got knocked out. Was it Mike? Remember, he went 2 1/3 somewhere, and then it got dicey a couple of times. The bullpen was getting stretched, and he was available.
Well, we had a number of guys that have at least gone out to the pen. They haven't been used, but they've gone out there.
Right center field, long run, Seth Smith. He's there.
At some point, as a manager, when do you say, hey, this is your game, you're going to have to figure out a way and suck it up because our bullpen, they just can't take it anymore. This is your game. You're either going to give up 15 or you're going to give up. You're going to get your way out of it.
Yeah, well, and then we saw Happ pitch an inning, I believe it was, earlier this year. Sucre's pitched a couple of innings this year. It's
throwing 90.
But you're right. It's just. But there's that balance in there, too, because they have so many young pitchers.
Yep.
Do you really want to see that guy go out and throw 100 pitches, especially if he's struggling? You're talking about 4 or 5 innings.
And I know Mac's got a job to do as a manager is to win ball games, but at some point, you got to,
well, that's the first thing. But, it's something else, too. He's also managing for tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. And sometimes if your bullpen is done, then you have no choice. Nothing else that you can do. And for him, he has a lot of young arms out in that pen.
Well, he's going to find out what they got, don't he?
Yes.
Danny Valencia walking a sacrifice fly.
This is when you know a ball club's stacked, when they let a guy go like this in Toronto. Pretty good player.
Valencia, we've seen him with Minnesota, Baltimore, and Toronto.
You got this guy named Donaldson that's got 100 RBIs. Sorry, you got to go.
His year's crazy.
He's got 100, right?
Yes.
Right at 100 entering today.
Which is impressive. It's hard to do nowadays.
Safe. Cuomo telling Lloyd to appeal it. Said he got him on the shoulder or in the back.
Just a matter whether his foot was on the base when he touched him.
And it's got to be obvious.
Yeah, he's safe.
And I don't think so.
It's clearly, he's safe.
So Valencia is aboard. We're talking about the Cubs and Giants. Giants trying to chase down the Cubs. Cubs lead at San Francisco 6-0, bottom 4.
Giants have been beat up and they still keep on finding a way to win.
And Dodgers keep coming back to them too. Dodgers have lost 5 in a row. Toronto holds off Texas 6-5.
How about Texas? They were what? They were 3rd in the wild card.
1-0 pitch in there for strike. There you go. Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. This is what the American League wild card looks like right now. Yankees and Rangers hold the wild card spots with the Angels, Twins, and Orioles breathing down their necks.
Angels are like 95, man. They keep finding ways to lose. They were in total control.
Slow roller takes Cano right to the bag. Gets the easy force, and that'll do it for the A's in the 4th inning. Coming up for the Mariners, Cruz, Cano, and Smith. They trail 5-0.
at the Ford Sports Desk. It is Tuesday and therefore Twitter Tuesday. Thanks to everybody who is already playing with us. Hope you will. If you're not already, use hashtag RootQ3 and tell us how many total putouts will be recorded by outfielders in tonight's Mariners game for a chance to win a Robinson Cano bobblehead. Reminder, winners are chosen at random. 7 so far, by the way, guys. I like the way Brad Miller is playing out there. He's got a decent arm. It plays, right?
Oh, absolutely. Lloyd McClendon saying that he is an everyday player. You can move him around pretty much anywhere you want.
On Sunday, we saw him play some second base. Out in left field tonight, we've seen him in center.
Saw him in right a couple of days ago.
He's going to be like you come spring training, Mikey. He's going to be a man of many gloves.
I don't think he'll have to worry about the catcher's
No,
glove.
not the catcher's one. But you know what? It does nothing but help your stock. So good for him. I like his effort. Almost made a heck of a play out in the gap.
Cruz strikeout victim first time up.
Good strong arm.
I was talking to Lloyd about him today, and he said that his message to him was, be an athlete and go play, have fun.
You're not going to have to tell him that twice.
No.
He's a gamer.
Yep.
Just put me in the lineup. Gotta love a guy like that. Oh my!
Well struck, deep left center field. Boom, stick, baby! Home run for Nelson Cruz, his 38th RBI number 79.
You put your hand up and catch that one. No, thank you.
Different sound when he hits him.
Just crispy.
Try to catch out. It's like somebody put a drill through your hand.
Oh, you're funny. You're so funny. Because I did that earlier today. Not smart. I was trying to be a handyman. Not good.
And 13 at bats. This is his third home run off of Chavez. Looked like a changeup, 84 miles an hour.
That's a good thing it went through the wickets out there.
Man, he can hit him.
Didn't even get somebody's beer.
He has now reached base in 35 consecutive games. Take a look. This year, most consecutive games reaching base. Here's Nelson with 35.
Pretty impressive. Making center field look small.
Oof. Love that sound. Pure, wasn't it?
He loves to hunt that fastball, doesn't he?
He gets to him. What a one to Cano. Big swing. And he is gone. Third strikeout. Chavez one away here in the fourth.
Well, Mariners on the scoreboard now. Edgar almost come out of the bullpen, really calm things down.
Knock on wood, put out the fire.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how long he's going to go, too. How long is Lloyd going to stay with him?
You say he had an outing where he threw 35 pitches, so maybe go 40 tonight.
Yeah. So that's just it. I mean, a lot of these kids, how far have they been stretched out?
Well, and it's, you also, how many days in a row has he pitched? And
he'll definitely be done tomorrow.
Yeah.
Short turnaround.
This is back-to-back days for him. Pitched on Saturday. Pitched in an inning. Breaking ball for a strike.
I like it. Don't waste any time though. You get these kids up, get them on the horse, get them out there on the slab.
Shortstop Simeon. 2 away. You never know what history you'll witness at a Mariners midweek matinee. From Kuma's no-hitter to Felix's perfect game, there's something special. And the Mariners play under the sun here at Safeco Field. So join us for the next 12:40 start. That's tomorrow afternoon. Log on to Mariners.com for tickets. Austin Jackson, strikeout victim. 0-1.
Get up.
Burns going back. Base of the fence. Austin Jackson, a 2-out double. 18th double of this season for AJ.
Third double in the game for the Mariners. Marte with a double, Seth Smith that's double, and now Austin Jackson starting to square the ball up off of Chavez.
Just need a few more rabbits out on the bags, and these guys are squaring these balls up. Was it the most extra base hits in the American League the second half?
Yes.
Mariners.
Birthday boy Logan Morrison 0 for 1, grounded out the second. That's hit well down the line. It did! A 2-run homer for Lomo on his 28th birthday. 13th home run, RBI's 38-39. Here come the Mariners in the 4th inning.
Boys are hunting some fastballs and not missing it. I like it.
First pitch.
It's thunder.
Fastball, belt tie, middle end.
I like how he pulls the hands in, though, right there to keep it fair. Just enough to keep it fair down the line and not hook it. Pretty quick in there.
And his head doesn't move at all. Just stays right there.
Great swing by Logan Morrison. Lomo's first home run since the 9th of July against the Angels.
There's your game of inches right there.
Oh, 2 to Brad. Rounded out the short first time. Oh, 2 to Brad Miller, 2 outs. 3 runs in, got a 5-3 ball game now.
But this kid, no batting gloves, no pine tar, no nothing. Just grip it and rip it. I'd be batoning, I'd be hurting somebody up about the dugout. That thing would be whirly birding up into the stands. Oh man.
Almo gives himself a nice birthday present, a 2-run homer. 1-2 pitch. All 2.
Happy haircut too.
Two pitch. It's sharply, but right to Simeon.
Oh, scored up too.
Good inning for the Mariners. 3 runs on 3 hits. Highlight Nelson Cruz homer and a 2-run shot by Logan Morrison. And back in it at 5-3. back with 3 runs on 3 hits, couple home runs in the 4th inning. Change up your commute. Take our online trip planner. Take it for a spin at soundtransit.org. Jay Buhner joining us here in the booth. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers. Wrap up this series and the homestand tomorrow with Felix on the mound as Logan Morrison celebrates his 28th birthday today. Hit a line drive 2-run homer off the foul pole in right field a few moments ago. Good numbers on his birthday.
Need his birthday to come every day.
Look at those numbers. A lot of people agree with you. Here's Jake Smolinski.
See if almost give him another inning. He's at 35 pitches now. Nobody throwing in the pen.
I like it. Miller's coming back and answering with some authority. A little thunder right there.
One to Smolinski. Got an infield hit last time, up 1 for 2. Strike 2. Two other games in progress right now. The Cardinals, yeah, they're leading at Arizona 6-1 in the 5th. It's our running note every night.
They're pretty good too, and they've been beat up.
Yeah, but every time it seems like, well, there they go. Whoever they put in picks it right back up. Yeah. It's unreal.
Somebody grabs the goal, takes advantage of the opportunity, and tries to Wally Pipp somebody. You gotta like that.
They're going for their 80th win tonight.
And if they're at home, forget about it. That's what's crazy. They just don't lose. They just don't lose at home.
How about 46-19?
That's getting after it.
Second walk issued by Olmos.
That's what you're supposed to do at home. Get home cooking.
Billy Butler a double and a walk tonight with the runs scored. After tomorrow afternoon's game, Athletics have Thursday off, and they go to Arizona for 3 games. Got it. Oh. Pretty good moves. Trent Jewett on the phone. Gonna get somebody up in the bullpen.
Looks like he got just to the backside of the bag.
It looked as if the throw was at Logan's left knee. If he throws it at his right knee, a quicker tag, probably get him.
That's a bad feeling right there when you're out there in no man's lane going, I can't hide.
It's a worse feeling when they call you out.
Yes, it is. That's a fun walk, isn't it? For them, that's a nice little jog all the way across the field for everybody. Hey, pay no attention to me.
Sharply hit off the bat of Billy Butler. Runners at first and second open up the 5th inning. 2 on, nobody out. The copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Jay Buhner on hand here tonight. Brings up Josh Reddick. RBI double and a fly to right. Ball 1.
Nice little bounce back for him, huh? He's definitely been swinging. You can tell he's seeing the ball good, even off that take right there.
That is a long, high.
It's coming back fair. He didn't even know.
Fair ball.
He didn't even run. He thought it was foul.
Yeah, it took off foul, right?
It did. It came back. He didn't even run. He was walking back to get a new bat. That's kangaroo court.
It went up like it was going to be up there for a while. Reddick is still looking out there. What was that? There it is. Got one right back to him. 1 out, 2 on. The runner at second, Smolitsky tagged, got the third. Marcus Semien, 2-run homer and a strikeout tonight.
Yeah, I'm wondering when he hit that, if he hit it towards the end of the bat, and if the ball was spinning back that way. Because when he first hit it, it looked like it should have continued to hook foul.
Yeah,
fooled me.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 rows back.
Yeah.
And it just started, and by Seth, the way he was moving his feet, he came all the way back in, and it was almost to the grass fair. So that ball really came back a lot. And Reddick, it was funny, he was 4 steps back to the dugout.
Well, he assumed because it was off the end of the bat. 1, he broke his bat. 2, it was a foul ball.
Yeah. Somebody's probably yelling at him, run, after he took about 3 steps back.
No, he just assumed that, yeah, he broke his bat. He assumed it was foul.
But somebody, whoever's on, the on deck hitter, somebody in the dugout's yelling at him, run. That's a hee-haw.
Sogard having a laugh at Reddick's expense. Breaking ball misses, full count. Almost so far with the Mariners, including tonight, 4 games, 7 innings, no runs allowed. He's got runners at the corners here, 1 out.
Pretty good pitch right there, too.
5 runs on 10 hits for the A's, 3 runs, 5 hits for the Mariners. 3-2 pitch. Marte to Cano.
Nice.
There's a double play. Beautifully done.
Smart job to not put a glove on it.
Didn't get used to watching that, huh? That was nice. Double play to get the Mariners out of trouble. 5-3 A's. Bottom of the 5th inning. Time now for a Seattle City Light power play. Power play indeed, Mike, in the 4th inning. Good stuff for the Mariners.
Nelson Cruz going out to left center field for Cruz, his 38th home run on the year. And then how about Logan Morrison? Dave mentioned on his birthday, 28 years old, a 2-run homer. It's the foul pole for Logan, his 13th home run.
Mike Zunino to lead off the home 5th. First time up. popped out to the second baseman. Here's a line drive base hit. There's the start you want here in the 5th. Mike Z with a base hit. Mike's second hit on the homestand.
Crowd getting some love too, because everybody understands it'll be a long season sometimes. Give the kids some love, keep grinding through it day in and day out.
6th hit for the Mariners. Ketel Marte 1 for 2, got a first inning double to right. Crowd of 17,498 here at Safeco Field. 1-0 pitch to Marte. Dribbler. First baseman comes to get it.
Beat it.
Chavez beats him there.
I think it's a good thing that Chavez didn't hesitate either. He ran right away to cover, knowing that Marte can get down the line.
Good thing he got his foot out of there too. His right foot just in time, because right behind it.
He did a smart thing to step in the inside part of the base.
That's what's scary. I mean, you've seen so many ugly things happen when you get over there close to those bang bang plays.
Right.
Stepping on somebody's ankle, or stepping on the bag wrong, or guys reaching out. Jason Kendall. Oof.
Oh,
got some ugly ones down there.
Seager trying to straighten himself out. This pitch outside for ball 1. What are you seeing in Siegs here, boys? He's been troubled lately. 1 for his last 19.
I was talking to Lloyd today, and Lloyd said that it was pretty simple, the message he gave Kyle, and that was keep your head in the hitting area. He thinks that at times it has a tendency to move forward and drift out of there.
Trust your eyes, man. Trust your eyes. At the end of the day, you got bat speed.
Hits it well. Burns on the track. Tagging Zunino. Gets the third, standing up with 2 outs.
And another thing, you know you're going to get a fastball. Be ready for that fastball, just like that right there. That's a great pass. Just missed it. And maybe in some ballparks that ball goes out because that's 2 steps off the warning track.
That's elevated. It's right on the outside corner.
He squares it up, though. It's just elevated, like you said.
A little bit too high.
And sometimes even that right there, just that approach, making good solid contact and knowing that you're right on that ball, but you just got under it a smidge, can lock you right in.
Right.
Here's a guy that's been locked in all year, Nelson Cruz.
I'll say. Oof. Just jinxed him.
Cruz with home run number 38 last time up in a 1-1 pitch. Nice job by Fegley.
You kidding me? I mean, that was all meat. All meat right off the forearm, right forearm. Nice job. Could have hit a piece of dirt and kicked right more, right? Come on. How about some love? How about we get a break? Let's go.
A whole bunch of people agreeing with you on that one. 1-1 pitch here to Nelly Cruz. At least a tying run at the plate. Going on
fastballs. Thinking that Nelly might be sitting slider right here.
He's trying to throw that cutter off the outside corner on him.
Cano's on deck. Three 3-1 pitch.
There it is. 3-1.
Home run for Cruz, his 3rd career blast off of Chavez. Got 6 hits, 3 of them homers. 3-2 pitch. Walked him. Tying runs aboard. Chavez first walk this evening. 2 out, 2 on for Cano, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a strikeout.
See that same little 2-strike approach he had the other night. Right back up the middle, little line drive to center field. Pick up an RBI right here. 5-4 ball game.
On that pitch that he hit back up the middle, that was middle in.
Yeah.
And did a great job of staying inside of it.
Pulls his hands in. That's what they're going to need, a little 2-out lightning.
All 1 to Cano. Second baseman Laurie about 2 steps onto the grass. There he is. Off the glove. Is it going to be a break? It is. We catch a break. 5-4.
Thank you.
Athletics will be an infield base hit. RBI for Cano. It's his 38th run batted in. Scoring on the play, Zunino.
We'll take a look at it off the edge of his glove, and then Laurie tries to make a backhanded or a barehanded play, excuse me. And Laurie right here, right off the side of his hand.
Chavez listening to Kurt Young, fine left-hander in his day, pitching coach. Fernando Abad scrambling him out in the pen.
Hard throwing left-hander. He'll be in 95 miles an hour with his fastball.
5-4 ball game. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Seth Smith tonight 1 for 2, double to deep right center field, and a ground out to short. Six men to the plate here in the 5th inning. And base hit, the 7th for the Mariners tonight. Ball 1 to Seth. Mariners down a run. Cruz at second with the tying run. Cano at first with the go-ahead run. Way outside, 2-0.
Left center right here.
A lot of room out there. Pitch. 3-0.
It's like Cruz and Valencia having a little conversation out there.
3-0 pitch. Walked him on 4 pitches. Bases loaded for Austin Jackson, who doubled the deep center field his last time up. Opportunity to knock in here.
Taking his chances with the right-hander, huh?
Rod continues to warm up. Out Melvin sticking with Chavez. 2 outs, bases loaded. Jackson a strikeout and a double. Strike 1.
We have Logan Morrison waiting on deck, so this will probably be his last hitter unless he's able to get out of the inning.
with an opportunity here. Pitch. And up high, 1-1. A's got a run in the first and an RBI by Fegley in the second. They chased starter Mike Montgomery. RBIs by Valencia. Reddick and a 2-run homer by Simeon. An early 5-0 lead. Mariners come back in the fourth. Home run for Cruz. 2-run shot by Morrison. And here in the fifth, an RBI by Cano to make it 5-4. Good spot for Jackson. He's got a 1-1 count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. One and 2.
Good pass right there.
Yeah, that was right where he likes it.
Yep.
Belt high out over the plate. Austin this year talked about it a bunch. Middle of the field to right field basically is where he's going to hit it.
Opportunity golden here. Now he's got to get it done with 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch from Chavez. Breaking ball missed. 2-2.
Almost got away with a mistake right there, didn't he? A little front door. Didn't he mean to do it?
Two pitch. Up the middle. Base hit. Tie ball game. Cruz, and here comes Cano with the lead run. 6-5 Mariners. 2-run single. Austin Jackson. A big inning here for Seattle.
There goes your pitching change, Michael. Right on cue.
And Austin Jackson right back up in the middle of the field. Take a look at it. Another cut fastball in the outside corner, just off the plate.
So one thing about Chavez, he has not challenged anybody inside, so those guys are going to be out looking to go the other way. Nice piece of hitting.
So the Mariners an early 5-0 deficit now here in the fifth with 2 outs. All this damage done with 2 outs, have a 6-5 lead. Second hit of the night produces 2 runs for the Mariners, and they have the lead now at 6-5 after being down 5-0 after 2 innings.
How about that, huh?
And for Chavez tonight, 4 2/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, all of them coming with 2 outs for the Mariners. A couple of walks, 3 strikeouts, 74 pitches, 48 strikes, and he is responsible for the 2 base runners.
Now is it good to see him hit with men scoring position, but 2 outs as well, right?
Exactly. About a 3.34 ERA, 33 strikeouts in 35 innings. He's given up 7 home runs this year.
Logan Morrison first pitch, 4th inning, man aboard. Line drive and Jay Buhner's request was answered. It stayed fair right on the pole.
It's a to me from me gift, right? Best birthday present you can give yourself. Try to do it again.
Logan Kinsey warming up for the Mariners. Two on, two out. Seth Smith at second, Austin Jackson at first. Almost the 8th man to the plate here in the 5th inning. He's behind 0-2. Six-5 ball game here in the 5th inning. Bod set pitch. Struck him out. 3 pitches. Good inning nonetheless for the Mariners. 3 runs on 3 hits. Take the lead at 6-5. Six-5 Mariners, and a big tip of the cap to Edgar Olmos. He held the fort, fellas. He really did. A nice job to keep the Oakland Athletics at 5 runs. Our Columbia Bank difference in the ball game.
Pitched well, 3 2/3. 3 hits, did not give up a run, couple of walks, 1 strikeout through 50 pitches. Really pitched well. Stretched him out to 50 pitches again. I think he was at 35 his last time out. Did a good job.
He officially stopped the bleeding.
Yes, he did.
For sure. Tell of 2 different games now by him coming in and doing that.
All about the bullpens rest of the way. Logan Kinsey, second appearance as a Mariner. What he did on Sunday against the White Sox.
Top of the order for the A's. Burns, Kenna, and Laurie due up.
Burns a switch hitter. Ball 1. Single to center, single to right. He scored twice and flied out center field. Coming on, Jackson, he's there. Second round pick of the Marlins. He's a Texas A&M Aggie.
Gig 'em.
Briefly pitched for the Marlins, Nationals, and Rockies. ever go to a game at was it Kyle Field?
Played there. Used to play them when I went to McLennan Community College in Waco, Texas. We used to play them during the fall. It's when JC programs could play D1 teams. So we would play A&M, Texas, Rice, Baylor, TCU, all those teams. So yeah, I got a chance to play there. Big huge wall in center field, all AstroTurf. Played big. Good ballpark. Even better now.
Arcana, the hitter, 2-0.
Even better baseball program.
Arcana 0 for 3. Ground out 2 flyouts to right.
Thank you.
2-1. Cubs shortstop Starlin Castro, triple shy of the cycle. Cubs lead at the Giants 8-0, bottom 6. Caught in between, 2-2.
Cubs are making it interesting, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I mentioned they come into today's action, Pittsburgh and Chicago, holding the wild card spots in the National League.
They got their fans sitting on the edge of the seat, don't they, every year?
Oh, my goodness.
Matty's done a heck of a job. Quickly.
The young pups have really come through, too. Strike 3 call of Canna. No protest, 2 down. Hey, did you know there's a playground located inside Safeco Field? It's the Seattle Children's Playfield, located center field. Offers our youngest Mariner fans their very own playground inside the ballpark. So next time you're at Safeco Field, check out the Seattle Children's Playfield. Brett Laurie, 1 for 3. Cardinals lead at Arizona 8-1. That's in the 6th. Cardinals, Arizona, and Cubs, Giants. The only other 2 games going on in Major League Baseball right now. Everything else is final. At the end of the bat, 1-2.
Yeah, I was going to say the Diamondbacks, man. They're a team that surprises me. But Tommy Lasorda going over, Tony La Russa going over there, and then just turn that around in a hurry. Good young talent out there.
Dave Stewart, Paul Goldschmidt having a tremendous year.
Old school baseball guys, I like it.
Yeah.
Not falling in love necessarily with the Saber Matrix, just using some common sense. Hey, that still works, huh?
Boyd was mentioning there's a big piece in USA Today about that. I have to catch up with that. About
that's
new school, old school, and chemistry doesn't work.
The Angels and Socia and Dakota, and
that was the start of all of that there.
Well, I think Hatcher getting fired, his right-hand man.
A couple of years ago, yeah. Remember that?
That'll PO you a little bit.
Danny Valencia on deck. 3-2 pitch. Laurie's aboard with 2 outs. Two-out walk in a 1-run game.
And that's one of the areas that Lloyd, talking to him today, wants to see get cleaned up. Mariners with 4 walks in the game. Too many of them this month.
Quick 2 outs. Nibble all of a sudden.
So far, the walks have not scored.
I'll knock on wood.
Valencia. Strike 1. Hensing, the 3rd pitcher tonight for the Mariners. Valencia. 2-run homer last night, 2 for 5. Got a sacrifice fly, infield hit tonight. 1-0 pitch. Mariners woke up in the third. Got 3 runs. A home run by Cruz, a 2-run shot by Morrison. It continued in the 5th. Cano drove in a run, and Austin Jackson singled in 2.
Nice job by Z right there. Tell you what, one thing about him, he hasn't taken his hitting behind the plate. He's doing a heck of a job.
Count at 1-2. Two and 2 to Valencia. Two-2 pitch. Struck him out. Logan Kinsing. Couple strikeouts. A walk didn't hurt him. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Mariners will have Miller, Zunino, and Marte coming up.
It's time for the Big Fish Casino Big Catch. And Marcus Semien, he's a hard guy to double up. You like Ketel Marte's bat, but you really love his glove right here on this play out at shortstop. But guys, I have to say, you watch this right now. This is very smooth and this is very impressive. But it's kind of almost not impressive in Super Mo. Because, Jay, when you see this play full speed, you realize how quick these guys are in getting rid of the transfer and the throw over to first base.
It's looks like ballet. Really beautiful stuff.
Well, the great thing about that flip, too, it keeps him on the backside, so Robbie has the base to protect himself, and that runner can't barrel into him and take his knees out. So, pretty impressive. Flipping a little knuckleball over there to him.
Why not get some more runs? Mr. Miller to lead it off.
And we don't have to wait till 2 outs either.
If you're just joining
but we'll take it.
Yeah, understood. 5th inning. Mariners start off with Marte grounding out the first. Seager hit one to the track in center field, then a walk. A base hit. Cano drives in a run. Jackson singled in 2.
Make a play.
Brad looking for his first hit. He's twice grounded out to shortstop.
And you were talking about the add-on, Dave. Lloyd would certainly like to see that right now with his bullpen, the experience that he has out there. Trying to get to the 8th inning where he can use Carson Smith and Tom Wilhelmsen to finish things up in the 8th and 9th. Because he has so many young pitchers out there right now. But a good job by Edgar Olmos.
I agree.
Really pitched well tonight.
He fought that off.
Like it. Stay inside that sucker. Live for another pitch. Especially 94.
Right on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
I think that 94 set that up a little bit. What do you think?
Right off the outside corner.
Get that right hip kind of tweaking out of there a little bit too quick. Starts to leak. It's only natural.
We'll take a look at it. Tough at bat for Brad Miller. All the pitches that Abad threw, he threw them right where he wanted to. That last one, 94, right in the outside corner.
That is one thing. I think his right hip, front hip, tends to want to kind of leak out a little bit too quick.
And Zunino with a base hit to center field. That was in the 5th inning. Came around and scored on the Cano single. Wow. That's a major league pop-up playable. Canna makes the play. Take a look at our Geico this date in MLB history. Take it back to 1990. Edgar Martinez. He steals home in a double steal with Ken Griffey Jr. in a 6-3 win at Kansas City. Was his only stolen base that season. Edgar stole 49 bases during his career in 1990, playing 143 games at third, 2 at DH. The Royals catcher that day, Bob Boone. Remember that one?
Speed kills.
Here's a ball hit really well. Deep left center field off the bat of Marte. Diving attempt by Burns. He didn't get it. Marte still motoring. Digging for third. He's in safely.
Now that was straight Superman by Burns. I mean, that is, you talk about giving up your body.
Ketel Marte, his first big league triple.
Dive for a ball like that. It's just, may as well go out and dive on the sidewalk.
Get the Zamboni out for me.
Just out of his reach.
Oh my goodness. He was like 7 feet in the air.
That's a long leap.
Look at that. Wow.
Ooh, boy, his ribs took a beating there. Could use some of that detergent product on that uniform.
I like the fact that he knows he hit it good, but he busted out. Easy stand-up triple right there, but he gives a courtesy slide.
Seager trying to pick him up here. 2 out. Anytime called.
I like it. Some more 2-out lightning. Let's do it.
Fernando Rodriguez heating up. Two to Kyle. Tough patch, a bad road for him right now. 0 for 3 this evening. Ketel Marte at third, first major league triple. Two to Kyle. Slow breaking ball got him. Marte's triple was a thrill. They can't score, and Mariners still lead 6-5. Nice job of rallying by the Mariners as they awakened in the fourth inning. They've got a lead now as we check out our T-Mobile Data Strong fan photo of the game. Patty Mossman and friend here at the ballpark. Great picture. And thanks for participating. As we get ready for the seventh inning. Mariners have a 6-5 lead, 6 runs on 9 hits. A's 5 runs on 10 hits in front of a crowd of 17,498 here at Safeco Field in Seattle. Very comfortable evening here in late August. Josh Phegley leads off. Logan Kensing begins his second inning of work. Struck out 2, walked 1 in the 6th. Phegley 1 for 3 with an RBI. Pitch. 4-2.
And this is an important inning for the Mariners. Again, you have Carson Smith and Tom Wilhelmsen and Lloyd trying to save them for the 8th and 9th. For Kensing, this is really important to the Mariners.
Did he go? He did, says Paul Schreiber. Phegley gone. 3 strikeouts for Kensing.
Got a pretty good slider tonight. This one right on the outside corner. Probably should have been called a strike.
I'm with you. Yeah. There's Smolinski, 1 for 2, the walk. Shannon enjoyed it. Like his outfit tonight. Stopped by the booth about a month ago. Was in the hospital earlier this season. Good to see him out and healthy. Olympia, Washington, Stephen Vogt. Pinch hit.
So much for your day off.
Sean Doolittle on the comeback trail. He missed a lot of this season with injury. Stephen Vogt, home run and RBI leader for the A's. 16 homers and 63 runs batted in.
There was a time first half he was like 320.
Yeah.
He was hot.
Woo. Rodriguez and Doolittle heating up for the A's.
Have to believe catching every
Tough
day.
Position,
yeah,
man, exactly.
Keep that up.
That just wear and tear, man.
Not to mention what it does to your legs. Just takes your legs right out of it.
That's what, I mean, you look at Buster Posey year in and year out. No wonder every year he's MVP voting.
Amazing.
1-2.
Carson Smith is getting loose in the pen.
Stay with it, huh? 8-9, end in time.
Yep. That's what Lloyd's hoping for. He doesn't like to bring Carson in to finish up an inning and then have to run him back out there.
2-2 to Stephen Vogt. Right field for Seth Smith. 2 outs, and Mariners hoping, as we look at our CenturyLink what's next, Felix Hernandez can get back on track, pick up win number 15. Last couple of outings have been unkinglike. Waka, Bumgarner, and Arrieta have 15 wins over in the National League. Keuchel picked up a win today at the Yankees, so he's got 15. Billy Butler, strike one. Butler a double his first time up in the second. Came around and scored a walk and a base hit. He's had a good night. Base hit to center field. Kensing in the second inning of work, coming up on pitch number 30. Long foul ball out of play. 2-2. Two to Billy Butler. Brad Miller playing real deep in left field. Kensing thought he had a punch out there.
Ooh, don't flinch. Full. Don't flinch back there.
Yeah, 4 fastballs in a row, and he came back with the slider.
Josh Reddick on deck. Three-two pitch. Lost it. Second walk by Kensing.
2 innings in a row, huh? Quick 2 outs.
Yep.
Walk.
Same thing in the 6th. Time is now to join the club as a Mariners season ticket holder for 2016. Whether a full season or 20-game plan, you're going to enjoy great benefits. You can test drive a seat today when you contact an account executive at 206-346-4001 or mariners.com/16. We got a pitching change coming up. 2 out, 1 on in this 1-run game. Josh Reddick will be the hitter. Mariners lead it 6-5. Nothing after 2 innings. They've done a good job to get that lead. Trying to preserve it right now at the corner of Edgar and Dave. New pitcher for the Mariners with 2 outs, 1 on here in the 7th inning. Young right-hander Carson Smith.
And they're going to look for Carson to get out of this inning and probably pitch the 8th as well. 55 appearances on the year for Carson. ERA just over 3. 67 strikeouts and 52 2/3. Opponents hitting just 195 off of him. Good fastball, low to mid 90s. Best pitch is his slider. You'll see a changeup against the left-handed hitters. And that's what he's going to face in Reddick.
Knee buckling slider. He has got a good one.
Tough hitter in Reddick. RBI double in the 2nd. 2 flyouts to right. Sam Fuld pinch running for Butler's got great speed. 1 pitch. Gets the job done. Nice. Home 7th coming up. Mariners have a 6-5 lead. How about stretching your mind as you consider how a Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list? Play today. Mariners with a 6-5 lead over the Athletics. Game 2 of a 3-game set. Some defensive changes. Stephen Vogt came in as a pinch hitter. Stays on at first base. Mark Canha, who started at first base, moves to left field. Jake Smolinski being lifted. And the new pitcher, right-hander Fernando Rodriguez. His 42nd game, good record at 3-1, 4.28 high ERA. Opponents hitting just 217 against him. He's got a lot of strikeouts. Good strikeout to walk ratio. Nelson Cruz going to lead things off. These fans enjoying spacious corners and the good eats here at Safeco Field. Name of cuisine, I think we have it here. Nelly Cruz to stand in, strikeout, long home run into the pen on a 1-1 pitch. Absolute bomb at the 4th. First pitch from Rodriguez in there for strike. Rodriguez, second man out of the pen tonight for Bob Melvin. 0-2. Ground ball. There it is, an opening. Wow, he still got him. Oh, my goodness. I thought Nelly would be able to beat it out. What a recovery by Simeon.
Usually that second hop has all the top spin on it and eats him up. You can see it hit right in the heel of his glove. I give him credit, he stayed with it.
A little guy on your shoulder talking to you. Just make a play. Just make a play. Stay down. Stay down. Whatever you do, don't bobble it. Good job of staying with it. No panic, though.
Here's Cano. Infield RBI. Infield base hit RBI in the fifth. 1 for 3.
Let's see him square one up right here. Not the prettiest AB last time.
No.
And the one before that. So soon get back to hard in the middle.
That might work.
Or get a flare.
That's exactly what it is. Uh-oh, he's getting greedy. He is safe. Oh, man, he just got
he stayed on the bag this time. It's a good thing he caught that ball at second, too, though, because if that gets by, nobody was there to back up.
30th double for Cano. And for Cano, first player in MLB history to record 11 consecutive 30 double seasons to open a career.
And good hustle. You see him, he took a look at it and thought maybe he had a chance to fall in and ran hard the entire way. And what a slide. He was grabbing onto the base with both hands.
A little deja vu. That's a great slide right there. Oh.
We keep the finger on it. They're going to give him the bag. Very nice. 11 consecutive seasons with 30 or more doubles. Robinson Cano. Nice ovation from the crowd of 17,498 here. It's Tuesday, the 25th of August. Here's what Cano. Look at the guys he's joined here. Stand a Man Musial, Honus Wagner, Tris Speaker, Joe Medwick, and Ed Delahanty. All of them, with the exception of Mr. Cano, Hall of Famers. And Mr. Cano is on a Hall of Fame track, and he know it. Well, fingertip control, baby.
Another reason why pine tar is important.
Good call. Very good call.
Or in his case, a moto stick. It's even stickier.
Right? Good for him.
They're going to put Seth Smith on. Austin Jackson waiting on deck. Mariners so far tonight 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position.
See if Austin can continue to just stay hard in the middle like he has been. Clearing out that center field, which is a good thing.
He's had a couple of hits tonight, 2 for 3. Scored a run and driven in 2.
That list of names he just joined. That's something.
It's impressive.
First and second. Mariners by a run. That base hit by Cano. They're 10th. The Mariners have 6 runs on 10 hits. Athletics 5 runs on 10 hits.
One thing that does tell you, Dave, is you're staying healthy and you're in the lineup every day, too. So,
you know,
longevity.
Right. You look at his baseball card, he's playing 158, 159 games every year.
It says a lot right there. That is a gamer.
And we're hitting a lot of line drives in the cap.
And a few flares from time to time.
They help. Take them.
Throw the knuckles. You gotta like it from time to time. All the attitude adjusters.
2-hit night for Jackson. He's extended his hitting streak to 4 ball games. one-run ball game for Bob Melvin's crew. Good cut. Athletics are 14-29 in one-run games. The Mariners are 24-21. Mariners doing their best right now to expand that lead. Two to Jackson. He smokes this center field, but Burns will get under it. And Cano will hold at second. 2 outs. Brings up Lomo. 28th birthday today, celebrated with a 2-run homer off the right field foul pole in the 4th.
Some good ABs by AJ, huh? Hard in the middle. Stayed on that ball good.
One to Logan. Two on, 2 out. 0-1 pitch. Trumbo, big home run last night for the Mariners. His 8th of the season. On to one to Lomo. 1-2. Seager's had a tough night, 0 for 4. Eddie Van Slyke on the right, Red Waits on the left. Couple runs out there for Logan. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Today, say, hey, these guys continue to play hard for me. No problem with that. Mariners trying to get back 10 games under 500. Dribbler. Laurie throws him out. Mariners strand 2. We go to the 8th. Mariners by 1 as Robinson Cano collects a historic 11th consecutive seasons with 30 doubles. Ball here in Root Sports, being brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Jack in the Box, the Mariners win. Mention Mariners for a free Jumbo Jack with purchase tomorrow at Jack in the Box. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Gorgeous night here in Seattle. Glad you're sharing it with us. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Mariner Hall of Famer Jay Bune are on here. Eric Sogard pinch hitting for Marcus Semien here in the 8th against Carson Smith, who threw one pitch. Got the final out of the 7th inning. Ground ball, Morrison. Flips to Smith. He's there, and there's one out.
Nice play right there.
Could have used that play last night.
Yes, you could have.
Well, took a little funky hop right there, too. It's played by Lomo to stay with it.
He's done a good job at first
Smooth
base this year.
hands for a big guy.
Yeah.
Get the lobster claw working.
Billy Burns, the hitter.
Sieg's in his ear a little bit. I don't know what they were talking about there.
That Burns will put the ball on the ground and run. Probably try to take it towards first base. Make sure you get off the mound.
Up the middle. Third hit for Burns. And all on first pitch swinging. John Doolittle heating up again. That hit by Burns, the 11th tonight for the Athletics. Mark Canha started the day first base, now in left field.
Burns is like a new little pest, isn't he?
Good player in the league. You're right.
I mean, just
player.
takes what they give you, just slaps it back up the middle.
24 bags.
Understands his role, gets on base, creates havoc. That's the reason why Carson's thrown over.
Yeah, definitely not afraid to run.
No.
Why would you be? You're in dead last. Go for it. If you got 50 plus in the minor leagues, I think you know how to steal a bag.
Tom Wilhelmsen starting to get loose in the pen.
There's a strike on one. Closing duties for Mr. Wilhelmsen. Back. Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch. 2 outs.
3 sliders in a row, 2 he threw on the plate for strikes. This one, a good pitch off the plate away. Mike Zunino set up off the plate.
That's pretty filthy. Burns still at first base, too. Something tells me he's going to be going.
Laurie, the hitter. Stopped by Zunino, ball one. Early on in this ball game, it was all Oakland. First inning, RBI by Fegley coming with 2 outs, and then they erupted for 4 in the second inning. 8 men to the plate, 4 runs, 5 hits. It took the starts out of the Mariners, but they found a new can in the 4th. 3 runs there, 3 runs in the 5th to take the lead. Runner goes. Good jump. Throw by Zunino. Look out.
Get it in.
Stolen base for Burns is 25th. He's the tying run.
And a tough pitch for Mike to throw on. It was a fastball at 94 miles an hour. Like it was in the dirt. Had to dig it out, try to get rid of it quickly with Burns running.
Stolen base. E2. 2 outs and a 2-0 count to Laurie. Carson Smith behind here, 2-0. Danny Valencia on deck. Big pitch. 3-1. Lost it. Go ahead, run it first. Not what Lloyd and Trent Jewett were looking for. Valencia last night, big bomb 2-run shot in the 5th. Put him in front. 11 men came to the plate in that 5th inning last night. 7 runs on 7 hits.
Was that bad mojo?
This inning started off going off. Sogard grounding out to Lomo. Base hit Burns. Strikeout of Canna. Stolen base E2 and a walk to Laurie. Way out front.
Amazing what that slider at your hip can do, isn't it?
Well, and that's his best pitch, so he's going to stay with it.
Make you a jelly level. Why wouldn't you swing like that?
Here's the 0-2. Stayed with it, got him looking. Bigger pitches Carson Smith's had all season. Right on time. We go to the bottom of the 8th and the Mariners lead 6-5. Idea here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Mariners up 6-5, game 2 of a 3-game set with the Athletics. We'll wrap it up tomorrow and wrap up the homestand. A 12:40 start tomorrow with Felix on the mound. 8th inning. Rocking the house with Shout. I still like Otis Day in the Night's version from Animal House.
Oh,
wait till Otis sees us. He loves us. Welcome to the Dexter Lake Club.
Mind if we dance
with your dates
or your ladies or whatever? Oh.
Brad Miller, Mike Zunino, and Ketel Marte against Fernando Rodriguez. Will be his second inning of work. Mariners had first and second, 1 out, couldn't score him in the 7th.
See if Brad can turn around one of these fastballs.
Brad 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a strikeout tonight. Heat 93, well placed. 0-1. Edgar Olmos, 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout, holding the fort after Mike Montgomery was chased after an inning and a third. Six 2/3 of scoreless relief this evening. Almost Kensing and now Carson Smith for the Mariners.
He's probably not paying for a beer.
Right.
Better not.
2-1 to Miller.
That up, baby. Fish aren't biting.
Cardinals won their ball game 9-1 at Arizona.
Keep pitching him away, driving out. Look at that gap in left center, right off the OxyClean. Boy.
Base runner for the Mariners here in the 8th.
I think we know what's going to happen here. What do you think?
Sacrifice bunt.
Probably a good idea.
And Mr. Zunino leads the ball club with 7 of them.
I'm surprised Valencia's not already up on the cut.
Here's your end game box score. Cruz with a home run in the 4th. Later that same inning, Logan Morrison hit a 2-run shot. Austin Jackson's had a good day. Bunt in order.
So is Marte again, too, in the leadoff spot. 2 for 4, a double and a triple. That's his average up to 321 now.
Another game still in progress. Cubs lead at the Giants 8-1, bottom 8. Giants have the bases loaded. Called 1-1. Mike will have to check and see if Fernando Rodriguez has done some pitching with Joaquin Benoit.
I think it's part of the strategy.
What, fake bunt, hit and run? So it just goes to show if you score around too soon, everybody goes, oh, don't score around, give it away. Never know, right?
Great bunt by Mike Zunino. This will be his 8th sacrifice bunt. Job well done.
When you bunt it like that, you can sell it all day long, right?
Square around early and just put the bunt down. See him have the barrel right at the top of the strike zone.
Uses his knees. I like that.
Bunted it in the right direction. Run around first. You want to bunt it towards the first baseman. Valencia, the third baseman, was about halfway to home when he squared around.
Big approval from the skipper. 1 out. Miller with good speed at second base. Here's Marte. 2 for 4. Double and a triple. A triple in the 6th, his first major league triple.
They work again.
Canna coming on. Can't get it. Miller will stop at third.
Oh, get back. Get back. Oh, baby.
3-hit night for Ketel Marte.
He was just checking to see if they were paying attention, Jay.
Well, I'm making sure the sniper didn't get him when he rounded first right there.
He's done a lot of things right, and he catches a little bit of a break right here. But I like the fact that he was aggressive early in the count.
I agree, because you never know. There's nobody backing up. If he draws a throw into second base right there, first baseman's covering first still. He airmails it over there, and maybe everybody scores. So why not? See if he can draw a throw.
Young coming out.
Not a lot of at-bats for Marte. Just 15 at-bats with runners in scoring position. He has 7 hits, 7 out of 15. Doing a lot of things right.
Puts the ball in play. Things can happen when you move it forward.
Keeper. He is a keeper.
He's done a good job. Nice little boost in the arm for him, especially at the leadoff, top of the order.
Kurt Young has said his piece, the pitching coach.
This is a guy that needs the attitude adjuster. If there's ever a guy right here to check in.
Time for a Kyle Seager breakout.
Yeah. Just get that run in. Get that insurance run in. Somehow, some way. It doesn't have, just get that run in. That's a big, big run right there.
Buck 43, less than 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Tough night here this evening, 0 for 4. Best ball he hit was 1 in the 5th. He said, take that Burns to the track in center field. Boise's due 1 for his last 21.
Visualize seeing a ball in a certain area and attack it, man. Attack.
See what happens.
You can hit. You can hit.
It's blocked by Fegley. Count for Kyle, 2-0.
Now you're in the driver's seat. He's got to come to you.
Edward Mojica, we saw him last night, 2 innings of scoreless work. Pitch here to Seager with 2 on and 1 out. He's got a 3-0 count.
That makes sense. Walking the pitch to Cruz.
To Kyle. Popped it up in the infield. Sogard, 2 outs.
Green light, 3-0.
Yeah, Kyle's going to lose some sleep over this one. Fastball right down the middle.
Especially, 3-0.
Right.
Runner on third. He's thinking a little bit about that first AB too, the same kind of deal. So yeah, I'd have to get a new helmet. I'm the equipment manager about right now.
going a little hammer time?
There'd be, yes, there'd be something getting broke. Absolutely.
2 outs, runners at the corners for Nelson Cruz.
Ryan Stiles, the equipment manager, would be busy.
I hear you. Here's what Cruz did back in the 4th and a 1-1 pitch. No doubt about this one. How far is it going to go?
38 home runs on the year for him.
I think he's been everything and then some. What do you guys say?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Definite godsend.
He had 40 all of last year. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On 1. Two outs, Mariners by a run. They threaten here with runners at the corners. One pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Brad Miller, he's at third. Tel Marte at first. 2-1 to Cruz. Marte run. Base hit down the line. If it stays fair, no, it goes foul. Marte would have scored on that baby.
He would have easily stolen second base. He had a great jump.
Yeah, he was just walking out. Got a walking lead. Never stopped. Never stopped him over there.
Ooh, had it in his glove and couldn't hold on. Tough break.
Way to knock it down, though.
2-2, 2 outs and 2 on. Bottom of the 8th, Mariners by a run. Nelson Cruz against Fernando Rodriguez.
Now they're going to pay attention, aren't they?
See what gives here. 2-2. Struck him out. Big K to keep this a 1-run game as we go to the top of the 9th. Mariners lead at 6-5.
truck. I say that's a pretty cool looking moon right there. It's the top of the ninth. Mariners lead at 6-5. Coming up on Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines, we will hear from the not so scary skipper, Lloyd McClendon. We will speak with the players after this one. Happy birthday once again to Logan Morrison. And what do you get the guy who has everything? Oh, you give him a home run. That's what he got. And Robinson Cano, he would be worth talking to after this one, doing something that has never been done in Major League history. It's all coming up on Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines. Guys.
Mr. Wilhelmsen for the close. Thank you, Angie. Game number 40 for Big Tom.
3.94 ERA for Tom. 44 strikeouts and 45 2/3. Opponents hitting .263 against him. Good fastball, mid to upper 90s. 12-6 curveball. Changeup.
Picked up a save Sunday, a 1-2-3 ninth. Only one run allowed in his last 5 2/3. Off the end of the bat, Tom to the bag. Lomo with the flip. One out. Fegley retired.
Good communication right there.
One out. And I'll bring up Stephen Vogt for the second time. He came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th. Stayed at first base. Got to be careful with this guy. A's home run leader and RBI guy. First pitch, strike. Each team has had 2 dynamic innings. A run in the first, 4 in the second for Oakland. The Mariners 3 in the 4th and 3 in the 5th. All 2 strikes.
Back to
there you have it. Couple of innings for both teams. Both with 11 hits. Right now the difference, the Austin Jackson 2-run single in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out.
Triple up. I like it.
Big Tom. Quick 2 outs here in the 9th. Bring up Sam Fuld. Came on as a pinch runner in the 7th. This will be his first at bat. Ball 1 to Sam.
Another little speed demon.
Good 4th outfielder in this ball club. 1-1. To count to Sam Fuld here in the 9th. 3-1.
Come on, let's go.
I want to give Reddick a chance to swing it. 1 for 4. RBI double back in second for Josh. 3-1. Back in the count at 3-2. Try to put him away right here and end this ball game. Tom ready. 3-2 pitch to Sam Fuld. Swung on, line drive, left field, fair ball.
Double.
And a ground rule double. Fan touched it. Tying run at second.
Pretty good pitch, 96 miles an hour, just off the outside corner, and it is definitely a fair ball.
Andy Gonzalez got a good look at it.
You got to tip your cap right there, because that was a running fastball.
Two outs and a tying run at second. That was hit number 12 for Oakland. Here's Josh Reddick. Quick 2 outs and then a 3-2 pitch, a double by Full down the left field line. Sam's 14th double. Doolittle and Pomeranz heating up quickly for Oakland. There's the 1-0 to Reddick. 2-0. Pitch. They aim that one, but it's going to work. Smith is right there. Mariners win the ball game 6-5, and they erase the memory of that heartbreaking loss last night. Good win as Tom Wilhelmsen saves it. Mariners win it 6-5. Good stuff. Lomo with a home run on his birthday.
What a job by the bullpen.
7 2/3 of scoreless baseball. I think you're absolutely right. A number of the guys getting in the game tonight, almost Kensing, and he turned over to Carson Smith. Tom Wilhelmsen with the save. Great job by the bullpen tonight.
And some 2-out lightning by the boys, which is good to see.
Cano with the double, his 11th consecutive year with 30 or more doubles, puts him in the presence of a whole bunch of Hall of Famers. So the Mariners win it by the final of 6-5. Mr. Buhner, thank you very much. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners post game presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Brad and Bill.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. Mariners take game 2.